gorillas in the streets like it's common sense. Stack the money heads up like it's second nature. Gotta stay pulled up like it's second nature. Keep a chip in my ear like it's second nature. Make me scared like it's second nature.
I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. The Chiefs continue to move through the season and want to find a way to secure win number 3 on the year. It's the Broncos going up against the Chiefs.
All right, Larry, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Kansas City Chiefs. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Isaiah McKenzie now on the return. And a good return up past the 30, but was it aided by an illegal block or a hold? Let's see. So that will push him back.
And now we know why he had a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
Now a handoff to Yeldon. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage. Stuff him in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, setting the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
Bradford to throw it. Wilson snags it left side. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down. Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sidelines. So this punt sails out of bounds across midfield. Now the question, they're going to spot it right at the 40, the 40-yard line. They'll run it now. This is Charkandrick West. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. To throw on second down is Smith. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Will the defense dial up the pressure? Let's see. 3rd and 11. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. Give him 13 yards there at a Kansas City first down. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Got it complete to West. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Smith turns and gives to West. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. Chris Conley, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
Smith to throw on 3rd down. And now the ball's loose. Smith loses it. It's picked up by the Broncos. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Tyreek Hill set to return it. Oh, spinning away. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. Shift together here from the D-line. Now a 1st down throw. It's Smith. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Smith. He's got the hook up with Conley. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On third down, that's West. And an alley to run. Charkandrick West. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Charkandrick West, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Now Matt Bryant on for the point after. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
But that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
They'll start out on the ground. It's T.J. Yeldon. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. 38 yards on the scamper there.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Play clock winding down. They keep it with Yeldon on first down. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. The play clock's running down. On second down, here's Yeldon. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be third down.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Did you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. Might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively. Meanwhile, on the NFL scoreboard, a game going on in Chicago. And it's now the Bears leading by a couple of touchdowns in that one. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Here's Bradford. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Michael Floyd, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos have taken the lead.
Partner, remember that old film of Peyton Manning going through the route tree with his great receivers in Indianapolis? I think we're seeing the results of the same type of work here today. These guys know each other so well that they don't even have to call the play. They can just look each other and know the route that's going to be run, and usually the connection is perfect.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They start on the ground with West. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Past the 20. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
Well, they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
Yeah, nobody leaked. Big play. On first down, Green. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
In motion, Hill. They'll try the air now with Smith. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Cook. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Third down. That's West. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Now Matt Bryant on for the field goal. And Bryant's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So a good kick there, and they wrap up the drive by putting 3 on the board.
And, you know, let's face it, you're not always going to come away with 6. Defense in the NFL are just too good. But you've got to come away with something. And there, they get 3.
This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And Denver getting set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They begin with a run by Yeldon. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. The power move there couldn't buy him much space. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
Now Bradford on 2nd down. And that is incomplete. Carlos Henderson, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. They'll need to get the play off quickly. They just do get the play off. Now Bradford launching one for Henderson. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they have the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super toe.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. They'll run again here with West. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. So the D-line's going to spread out. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. They'll run it with West. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
And there's a nice stop for the defense. They've had a tough time containing this guy all game long, but maybe they can build a little bit off of that play, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of momentum. Yeah, every now and then you can actually tackle that guy.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Von Miller from that outside linebacker spot. He's able to get in there for a loss of 9. So the sack of Smith, and now the Chiefs coming up facing 3rd and long. Now Smith. He is going to find Hill here. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. On first down, it's Smith. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. 1:57 to go in this first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. Back to the air. Smith on second down. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit. And another first down. And a short gain here down to the 22. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Smith trying to get him to the line quickly with the clock rolling.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Now West. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Charkandrick West with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Chiefs are in for 6.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Marty looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This will be taken way up by the 25. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. And Denver getting set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
He goes underneath for Yeldon. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So the offense has it 1st and 10. And the wideout in motion. Bradford now from the 50. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So it can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Slot man moves right. Throwing again. Bradford on 2nd and 10. He'll rifle this one. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Demaryius Thomas, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos are in for 6. Around the NFL, 2nd quarter in Chicago. And it's the Bears who are off to the early lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
On 1st and 10, Smith. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Following the interception, Bradford. And the pressure gets to Bradford, and down he goes. Chris Jones in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Second down, Bradford. They go with the screen. It's Yeldon. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Final play of the half. Bradford buying time to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. On the ground, it's West again. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Second down following the run. This is West. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. The Chiefs on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing is Smith. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards on the play.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
I don't know about you, partner, but I'm rubbing my eyes after that play. Did we just see that runner not get yardage? A big-time play by the defense. It does happen occasionally, even against the best running backs who are having big days.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. They go play action to Hunt. Now Smith. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now T.J. Yeldon. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more. Working out of the gun, Bradford. This is Yeldon on the dump off. They'll give him 8 on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. Now a handoff to the fullback, Janovich. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
It's amazing how much advice defensive players get on 3rd down. You hear the bench screaming out, watch the draw, watch the screen, watch the pass here. Very rarely do they reference watching the fullback, and he slipped through and picked up a 1st down.
A 1st down carry now for Yeldon. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
Now a 2nd down throw for Bradford. And to the left side here, Wilson. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
From Soldier Field, meanwhile, in Chicago, a third-quarter score. And the gap in that one has widened. The Bears have scored again. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look, 6 DBs. Time running out here on the play clock. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. A dump off to Anderson. And now running right through it. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. 2nd down to the offense in search of 6 yards. Again, it's Yeldon. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. Play clock winding down. They'll try and run for it with Janovich. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. The drive begins with a handoff to West. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
I know anytime you watch a team run the ball really well, there's some pinball effect, people bouncing off of each other. There's also some things of beauty in there when you see these nice, explosive, strong runs. And this guy, he knows how to carry the football really well and continually wants the football. Why? He knows the offensive line's going to give him great effort.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Charkandrick West, his 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Chiefs are in for 6. He's got the hat trick now of rushing touchdowns. Also has his team the advantage.
And I'm looking at it 2 ways here. If I'm on defense, I don't care what they do now. I commit as many people as it takes to slowing him down running the football. Even if they want to hit me over the top on play action, I just don't let him beat me that way anymore. And if I'm him, I'm in the huddle calling the plays myself. I don't care what play call comes in. I tell my quarterback, guess what? You're handing it to me again.
And if I'm the quarterback, I'm saying, okay, that sounds good, right?
Smart quarterback.
And they'll get set here looking for the 2-point conversion. A toss running left. That's Green. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. We're back now in KC. For the fourth quarter, we'll begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. Room here to run. And all the way out just shy of midfield before going out of bounds at the 49.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll try the right side here with Yeldon. And that is what you call a hit stick. Put down to the ground hard. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12. Bradford. Complete out right to Jake Butt. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The Broncos on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Bradford. Oh, no, he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for Denver. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. And out come the Chiefs now. They begin here with a run by West. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. And they give this time to the tailback. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. And this is going to be incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And here is the punter, Shum, as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. And Denver getting set to take the field.
They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot. Here, they can go ahead and do it.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. C.J. Anderson of the game. He gets it here. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This for a 4th quarter lead. And McManus able to put it through. And with that, they will move ahead by 2 here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal, and that does give them the lead, but this one is still a long ways from over.
And you love to be able to look up at the scoreboard and see that you're out in front, but then you take one look across the field and see that offense is raring to come back out, and you think, I don't know that field goals are going to be enough to get us home.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
On 1st down, Smith. To the right side, it's Kelsey. Give him 13 yards there at a Kansas City 1st down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Time starting to run out here in the 4th. This defense just trying to keep the offense off the board and preserve this potential victory. Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And, of course, the quarterback in this situation, he's realizing time is becoming a factor. Let's see if they can get some points on the board here late. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra hut, you know, that extra emphasis on it, got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
So second down, 3 yards to go now. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Off of play action, here's Smith. Escaping the pressure right. Even after more than a decade in the league, Smith still one to account for with his legs as he picks up a first. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Fresh set of downs here. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Back to throw. And Hill with it over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And now a first down following that long gain. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. On the toss, there goes Wentz. Fights off the defender. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Partner, you got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and goal. They'll toss it to Hunt. Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal.
Partner, when it's a goal-to-go situation, if you're on the field on defense, you have to know that you may be called on to make a tackle at any time. Here, the cornerback does exactly that. Plays the run really well and makes a big play.
So an important try here from Matt Bryant. And Bryant's kick is good. On the NFL scoreboard, fourth quarter now at Soldier Field. You saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A victory there would mean they're 6th on the year. Bryant now, after hitting the field goal, gets set to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. So the Broncos coming out now. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
Let's see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. Floyd, the man in motion right. He'll look to throw. That one taken in by Carlos Henderson. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Chiefs, they fall a game under 500 now at 3 up and 4 down. And they'll get another home date next week as the Raiders will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, things are definitely going south quickly as they fall now to 1-6. And they will get a home date next week against the Los Angeles Chargers. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Chiefs victorious here as we say so long from Arrowhead.
Picture me putting my city all over the map. They wasn't believers, I had to get even in mad. We coming up, pulling up, jumping all over your grass. So tell them I got a new girl. Tell them that I'm in the bank and I want all my 50s in cash. I'm tired of living check to check. I need 20 models. This is smiling in my grave, fresh to death. I've been Wu-Tang with a spectral deck. Yeah, I gotta just get off my chest. I cannot miss it, got last on my list and you next. Take it how you want it. I ain't famous like I want it, but I think I might just skirt off. Blow the speakers and turn up. Pop up. Go to church with my shirt off. Tell the Lord that I'm here now. I've been waiting for so long. I've been patient for so long. Breaking rules like there's no laws, and I did it for a long time. If you don't like me, take a ticket. There's a long line. Nice to meet me. I think the pleasure's all mine. They've been clocking me so long, I think they lost time. Ooh, you lost. What you mean? Woo! What you mean? Woo! And now just the so what you mean? Woo! Hold up, whoa, with the what you mean? what you think, compare me. Adrenaline popping, the blood will be leaking and running. Yeah. I do what I do, I don't care if you like it or love it. Tell all of my I got a new girl. Wait. You tell the that I'm in the bank and I want all my money in hundreds. I'm tired of living on the edge. I want it, they gon' call the feds. I just bought a cost an arm and leg. My mama told me take it back and get a job instead. Where's your common sense? Me and the devil got too much in common, I swear. Yeah. Born in the ghetto, I never had nothing to fear. Take it how you want it. I ain't famous like I want it, so I might just throw it if he fit. Call up Cassie after she broke up with Diddy, yeah. I told Shorty if she talking, and she gon' call her friends up and we did, whoa. I ain't in the talking, go chop off your lips. If I ain't in your top 10, go top 4 for bridge. My black boys, I got boys that knock off your lid. I thought y'all gon' pop off, so hop off my. What you mean? I said, what you mean? Woo! Listen, I don't trust her soul. No, I said, what you mean? Whoa. I said, what you mean? Woo! You thought I was finished, you thought it was over. You thought I retired, you thought I went fishing with Kobe. I'm still as ill as considered as one of the coldest. Still a put a partner rapper here like Moses. I'm throwback like a molar roller. I'm cooler than a cup of yogurt. Black flag boy, truck soldier. I'm cool with laws and ayatollahs. Rap gods like Cyclops and Ogre. I'm King Kong, ain't nobody told you. You think Rome still. And Bobby Brown about to go get. Paul McCartney, I'm rich. I'm Muhammad Ali, I talk. I'm James Brown, about to tear down this. I'm Michael Jackson, them baddest bag gon' get it. What you mean?
Like the way it sounds, Frody? Yeah. Just let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe. Just let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe. It's too hot, drop the top off the wagon. Lay back, fire like dragon. Man, I'm flying past Saturn. Out of here like I ain't that savage. Two. It's